luck. And, the Rangers are good again this year. The Canes have been off to a great start. You could pick any of those teams. And Dallas, I already mentioned, as being they are a legitimate cup threat. So those would be the teams that would be at the top of my list to make it to the cup final.
Again, joining us on Penn Talk on the Afternoon Drive Show, Bob Grove. Bob, thanks so much. We appreciate you joining us. Check him out on X, folks, at Bob Grove 91. Bob Grove 91. Bob, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Bob.
We do have Penguin Talkie tonight, folks. That will follow first. We're going to head over and we got Brian Moreau back and Tony.
Your last second, last second adjustment. We're going on another 5 minutes. Brian taking the air until 6:50. I guess he wants us to ad-lib some more. So we got 5 more minutes to ramble on before you throw to that open. So, yeah. Just like Led Zeppelin, ramble on. Sing that song. Yeah. And everyone agrees. Every Catholic in America agrees, right, Doug? Has anyone ever said, boy, I wish that sermon or homily were longer, Father?
I said, you guys hear the Pope? I said, take note.
Yeah.
Well, we can ramble on. Great guy having Bob on the air with us all the time. And your Penguins. I don't as much as you do, Nick. And I appreciate Bob joining us.
Well, you're very sweet. You ask good questions, Doug. You know what you're talking about.
I misspoke and said, do you think that it said if he doesn't make the playoffs for 3 years in a row, he's going to jump off? And I think Bob thought I was nuts. He said, no, he's going to play for the Penguins until he retires. I meant, is he going to simply retire if you don't make the playoffs 3 years in a row? But he's so loyal. He'd be making more money somewhere else, certainly. But what a decent guy. And 2 points, two goals away from 600. My gosh, he's 3 goals away from tying Yarn Curry. He'd be in the top 20. How about that, of scorers? 20 players. Only 20 have scored 600 goals. But another possibility tonight, too, of course, is that Detroit goalie Cam Talbot is only 1 win away from his 250th in his NHL career.
Oh, 37, that's ancient. My God, how's he walking?
Yeah, how on earth is he getting around, for heaven's sake? But yeah, how about that? He's 249, 178, and 43. That's 494 games, 472 starts in 12 seasons. That's a lot of goaltending. And you're not skating up and down the ice, but you're getting beat up when you're playing goal in the National Hockey League. So, all right, Nick, give us your prediction for tonight's game. Of course, the Detroit Red Wings at the Pittsburgh Penguins. We're going to join that game after the Penn State Fayette Lions basketball game. Give us a prediction for tonight's score, Nick.
Penguins bounce back in a big way. They score 6 first-period goals. No, that'd be ridiculous. I say they win 5-4. A lot of offense, but the Penguins win 1.
All right, you say 5-4. That's funny. I'd already picked one in my brain. I was going to say they lose 4-5. I hate to be negative like that, but it's just hard to bounce back from a game like they had the other day. So you're saying they win 4-5. I was thinking they might lose 4-5. Giving up 5 goals, you don't want to see that, but at least it's not all in one period. I just can't imagine that's going to happen again. What else do we have around the league tonight? Let's take a look. The Toronto Maple Leafs are at the Washington Capitals, where Lars Eller, I'm guessing, will play tonight. The Kings are at the Colorado Avs. That game's not till 10 o'clock. So all that coming up tonight in the NHL. But first, we've got college basketball, and it's great again. WMBS will be airing a Penn State Fayette Lions game. I've said it multiple times. It's good news to have local college basketball, especially when they're playing another local team, Penn, West California. That game coming up tonight. Nick, I'd ask you for a score on that game, but that's a little tough to predict scores for a college basketball game. So I won't ask you for that one, Nick.
I'll say 199. It's going to be a great game, like an NBA game. Yeah,
yeah,
like the Knicks and the 76ers. Yeah, Steph Curry's going to have a bunch of threes. It's going to be great.
And of course, this weekend, Pitt's hoping to bounce back against Clemson. Man, they had a heck of a season going. Then all of a sudden, man, these last two games, I think they lost their chance, the outside chance to make the top 12 and make the playoffs this year. Boy, what a change in college football that will be. 12 teams making the playoffs.
It'll be
Only
great.
4 last year.
I can't wait to bet on it.
Yeah, they'll have the brackets going. You know that. That'll be not quite picking 64 teams. I don't think Warren Buffett's going to offer $1 billion he was going to give to somebody with the perfect bracket. I don't think he's going to give that one. You might get a perfect bracket with 12 teams. But I don't suspect he'll be making that offer as he did. Was it last year or the year before? I forget when he made that offer. If anybody could have a perfect.
I think he's done it more than once. But, yeah, the odds of you getting a perfect basketball bracket are just, it's astronomical. A better chance of getting hit by lightning twice in the same day, I think.
Or getting all 4 holes in one on one round of 18 holes.
There you go.
That would all be tough. And that's a wrap for the Afternoon Drive Show on a Wednesday. I'm Doug Saltzman. That's Nick Barczyk. Penn State Fayette basketball is next on your local station, WMBS Union Time. Enjoy the game.
It's time for Penn State Fayette basketball here on WMBS. Penn State Fayette basketball is being brought to you by BSN Sports, a proud supporter of Penn State Fayette athletics. Fox's Tavern on West Wine Street in South Connellsville. The Penn State Fayette Athletics Club membership. Penn State Fayette Athletics social media. You can follow the Penn State Lions on social media on Instagram and TikTok at Fayette Athletics. And the Fayette Athletics Network, the Penn State Fayette Athletics Network, a digital broadcast service and offering with the launch of the Fayette Athletics Network, The Fan, allowing fans to watch on-demand events for free on desktop computers and mobile devices through the official website of Penn State Fayette. Now stay tuned for Penn State Fayette basketball here on WMBS.
From the Community Center main arena, it's time for Penn State Fayette men's college basketball action here on WMBS as the Fayette Lions take on the California University Vulcans here tonight. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola, Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Penn State Fayette off to an 0-1 start. The Cal U Vulcans, the number 6 team in the country in NCAA Division II, off to a 2-0 start. And Tony, great to be back at the Community Center main arena for Penn State Fayette basketball after almost a 5-year hiatus. The last time we were here was for the 2020 USCAA National Tournament. Right before that tournament in the country got shut down for COVID, and really great to be back for this game tonight. 2 local schools and really a new era of Penn State Fayette basketball under first-year head coach Trey Austin.
Right, and you're right, Brian. It is great to be out here. A lot different. As you said, we haven't been out here since the COVID days, and actually we were here to broadcast one of the USCAA tournament games, and as it turned out, had to turn around and go home, and after that, a little bit different nation after that. But you're right. Got a new coach out here at Penn State Fayette, and trying to have them follow into his program and actually trying to follow what he's trying to give them and see what happens. As you mentioned, they lost their first game, but they're going to have a tough task here tonight against Cal U, a very good team.
And Fayette coming off an 11-16 season a year ago. They were 7-12 in the PSUAC under Andy Hedrick, who completed a 3-year stint as the Lions head coach.
Right, and it's one of those things, too. He also was involved with the COVID end of it as well. So one of those deals where he, tough to recruit during those times and everything. But like I said, a new coach in Trey Austin actually had some experience at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. So he's bringing in a different process here, and he's hoping the guys follow up with what he's trying to teach them.
Fayette, as you mentioned, Tony, lost their opener against Penn Highlands last week, 83-73. But Jesse Lawson Jr. had a great game, leading Fayette with 23 points.
Right, and they played a good game, actually, Brian. As we said, we were kind of talking in the pregame. Penn Highlands came out and actually shot 50% from the field in the second half and forced Penn State Fayette to commit 12 turnovers, and that was really the difference in the game. They were in it pretty much at halftime, only down, about 4 points, but the second half turned out to be their downfall.
Certainly a fun opponent tonight, the Penn West California Vulcans. They made a run to the second round of the NCAA tournament last year where they're actually upset by Charleston at home, 68-67. Head coach Danny Sankum, now in his 7th year, has done a great job making them contenders year in and year out.
Well, and they've got a very good team, and you're right, Brian. They've got a couple key guys coming back in Donald Whitehead, Keith Palick, and also Bryson Lucas. So, they've got a pretty good core to build off of those 3 guys. So really started out nice so far this year, averaging 98 points in the first 2 games that they played. So I'm expecting to see a lot of offense here tonight.
And they avenged that loss against Charleston, knocking them off down in West Virginia last week in a double overtime, 112-103. Charleston ranked 11th in the country. They also got a win over Glenville State while they were down there as well, 84-71.
Right, and you had Palick and Whitehead scoring 22 of those 31 points in those double overtime sessions to pull out the victory for Penn West Vulcans.
And you mentioned Whitehead, very impressive, a Pennsylvania product from Hermitage, Pennsylvania, and he's been leading the Vulcans, averaging 23 points a game. And the game also somewhat of a homecoming for Laurel Highlands grad Keandre DeShields, who last year was playing football at St. Francis, now has transferred to California, still has 4 years of eligibility left, and he scored 2 points against Glenville State last Saturday.
Yeah, got a couple minutes in late in the game, but one of those things where I think basketball was always his first love. Gave football a try just to make sure that he didn't regret it, and now back with with Penn West, I should say. But, probably going to see some action here tonight against the Fayette Nittany Lions.
Should be a lot of fun tonight. We'll set the lineups for both teams right after this.
Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to partner with BSN Sports, the largest provider of Nike team sports apparel and equipment in the country. We would like to thank all coaches on the court and in the crowd today. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Fox's Tavern on West Main Street in South Connellsville is a proud supporter of Penn State Fayette Athletics. Stop by Fox's Tavern today and enjoy hometown burgers, wings, sandwiches, hoagies, salads, pasta, and specialty pizza. Follow Fox's Tavern on Facebook for daily specials. Fox's Tavern, wishing the Penn State Fayette Lions a great season.
Get your business in the eyes of those in attendance of Penn State Fayette Athletics and become a game day sponsor today. You could have your business messages announced during Penn State athletic events. To learn more about how you can support your local Nittany Lions student athletes, be sure to visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com. The Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to offer digital broadcast services and offerings with the launch of the Fayette Athletics Network, The Fan. The Fan Digital Network will allow fans to watch live and on-demand events for free on desktop computers and mobile devices through the official website. You can also watch games around the conference using the PSU Campus Athletics Network app, available as a free download for Amazon Fire TV devices, Apple Box TVs, 4th generation and newer, Android TV devices, and Roku devices. Visit the Fan Zone tab at psfathletics.com to access live streaming and more.
Brian Morozak and Tony Anula back here at the Community Center main arena for Penn State Fayette men's college basketball action here on WMBS against the Penn West California Vulcans. Tony has your starting lineups.
All right, let's start out first with the Penn State Fayette Lions coming in. As we mentioned, 0-1 on the year. Their head coach, Trey Austin, in his first year. Coach Austin was actually a former assistant coach at Frostburg State. His assistant coach, Sean Brown. His starters tonight will be number 2, DeSilas Jones, a 6'2", fifth-year senior. Number 3, Brandon Dennison, a 6'7", freshman forward. Number 4, William Powell, a 6'5", sophomore guard. Number 11, Jesse Lawson, Jr., a 6'2", junior guard. And number 12, Zachary Hill, a 6'5", sophomore forward. For the Penn West California Vulcans, their head coach, Danny Sancombe, he's in his 7th year. Assistant coach, Steve Bridgman. His starters tonight will be number 1, Cam Polak, a 6'2", junior. Number 2, Bryson Lucas, a 6'7", junior forward. Number 11, Keith Palick III, a 6'8", senior forward. Number 13, Donald Whitehead Jr., a 5'10", junior guard. And number 22, Caden Hanna, a 6'4", senior forward.
And Tony, certainly a lot of celebrities out here tonight.
A lot of celebrities, a lot of old coaches out here. You see Rick Hogger on one side, you see Shea Fleener, and actually not a bad crowd here tonight, Brian.
And Shea's actually not going to be back with Albert Gallatin this year, unfortunately, but Shea might even be joining us for some broadcasts this year, I understand.
That'd be fun.
Yep.
It'd be a good time. I know he it was one of those things. I just think he had enough and taking a little break, but I would not be surprised to see him get back into coaching at some point in time down the road.
Some of our other colleagues here, Chuck Durso here as well, Josh Scully here, working the broadcast on the Penn State Fayette video feed as well. CUTV is also here. I think every single media outlet in the county is probably covering this game tonight.
Well, a lot of local flavor in it for sure. So I know when we walked in, it's like, okay, I'm thinking we're going to be the only two. Next thing you know, it's like everybody that broadcasts in Fayette County is here.
Fayette even brought their student section down tonight. They're off on the far side, off to our left, and a pretty good crowd for Penn State Fayette basketball here tonight against California. Your officials, Joe Strednak, Travis Jacks, and Bryson Flowers. And for Penn State Fayette, certainly a good measuring stick against a very tough California team here tonight.
Yeah, very talented California team, and you're right. I mean, it's the second game of the season. You really want to see what you have, but it kind of sets the tone for what you need to work on early in this year and to get ready for play within conference play.
Easy to say, this is probably the toughest opponent that Penn State Fayette has on their schedule all season long.
Yeah, without a doubt. I would agree with you there, Brian. And like I said, it's nice to see them come here. I kind of look back. They've played 4 times in the past with California, Penn West winning them all, but they were all down at California.
Yeah, we've actually done a couple of those games here in past years as well.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like, you know what, a little bit different for Cal to come up here to Penn State Fayette, but good to see them here, and looking forward to a good game here tonight.
The Vulcans in their away blacks, white numbers, and red trim. The Penn State Fayette Lions in their home whites with navy blue numbers and a little bit of gray trim. The California bench off to our right, the Penn State Fayette bench off to our left, and we're situated courtside to bring you this game here tonight, Tony.
Yeah, and it's great to be back out here, though, Brian. I always enjoy doing games out here. It's fun. You see a pretty good brand of basketball as well, so looking forward to a good game.
And I have to thank Stephen Oberle, the athletic director here at Penn State Fayette, along with Samantha Sweats, that made this possible. We'll be back out here a couple more times this year as well for more Penn State Fayette basketball. We're back with the opening tip-off right after this. The number 6 team in the country in NCAA Division II, the California Vulcans, taking on the Penn State Fayette Lions. Should be a lot of fun tonight here on WMBS.
The Fayette Athletics Club exists to support the funding of Penn State Fayette Athletics through the involvement of alumni, former student athletes, and friends of the campus and university. Donations made through annual memberships are used to increase funds available to Fayette student athletes and shows a shared commitment to the university values of intercollegiate athletics. While every gift counts, by electing to make a gift at one of the membership levels, you're entitled to advertising opportunities and additional event promotional giveaways exclusive to club members. Help us create a Division I experience in a small college setting. To learn more, visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
Join the Penn State Fayette community. Stay in the action and get behind the scenes with Fayette Nittany Lions Sports through social media. Follow Fayette Athletics on Instagram and TikTok at Fayette Athletics for exclusive access to game day and news. Go Lions!
Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to partner with BSN Sports, the largest provider of Nike team sports apparel and equipment in the country. We would like to thank all coaches on the court and in the crowd today. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Penn State Fayette basketball is back on WMBS on Saturday, December the 14th. Join us as the Lions host Penn State Scranton. I'm Brian Morozak. Tony Hanola will join me to bring you all the exciting play-by-play action. The women's game will tip at 1 p.m., followed by the men's game at 3 p.m. That's a Penn State Fayette basketball doubleheader against Penn State Scranton, Saturday, December the 14th. Women's game at 1 p.m., men's game at 3 p.m. here on WMBS. Fox's Tavern on West Main Street in South Connellsville is a proud supporter of Penn State Fayette Athletics. Stop by Fox's Tavern today and enjoy hometown burgers, wings, sandwiches, hoagies, salads, pasta, and specialty pizza. Follow Fox's Tavern on Facebook for daily specials. Fox's Tavern, wishing the Penn State Fayette Lions a great season.
Get your business in the eyes of those in attendance of Penn State Fayette Athletics and become a game day sponsor today. You could have your business messages announced during Penn State athletic events. To learn more about how you can support your local Nittany Lions student athletes, be sure to visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
Join the Penn State Fayette community, stay in the action, and get behind the scenes with Fayette Nittany Lion Sports through social media. Follow Fayette Athletics on Instagram and TikTok at Fayette Athletics for exclusive access to game day and news. Go Lions!
Just about set to go here at the Community Center Main Arena. Penn State Fayette basketball against Penn West California. The Vulcans again. Your starting lineup for Penn State Fayette: DeSilas Jones, they call him Cy, Brandon Dennison, William Powell, Jesse Lawson Jr., and Zachary Hill. On the Penn West California side, Cam Pollock, Bryson Lucas, Keith Pallick, Donald Whitehead Jr., and Caden Hanna. Hanna, a local product, Tony, from Franklin Regional High School.
Right. Came in averaging 7.5 points a game, so it's a pretty good start to his year as well.
And Whitehead certainly, I think, the player to watch in the California starting lineup, along with Keith Pallick. Whitehead averaging 23 points a game on this young season. Pallick 20.5.
Well, what also is impressive with Whitehead, he's hit 9 threes so far, shooting 56% from threes and 50% from the field, averaging 5 assists a game as well. So he comes in with a pretty well-rounded game.
And Fayette lost a lot of scores from last year. In fact, their leading scorer was Torian Jenkins, who was averaging 23.7 points a game. Also lost a couple of former Uniontown players as well. Jameer Richardson and Billy DeShields were out here playing. They graduated in the offseason as well. We're averaging double numbers a game.
Yeah, and that's pretty tough to stack it up, although you do have DeSilas Jones coming back, who had a great year last year for Penn State Fayette. So he's the leader of this team, and actually probably the guy that they're going to call on the most to try to help carry him throughout this game.
Matt Forbes was also averaging 10.1 points a game. He graduated as well. So you look at Jenkins, 23.5, Richardson, 10.5, DeShields, 9, and Forbes, 10. That's a lot of points to make up in your lineup.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. And actually, when you look at their scoring, even in that first game, you really had 3 guys carry the load. You had Lawson and Jones, and I'm trying to look at the other one. They've turned the lights out on that. So, I'm sorry, and Wilcox, who scored basically most of the points for Penn State Fayette. So it's one of those things where trying to feel things out. Again, it was their first game, so they're trying to look and see what they have off the bench as well. Should be interesting to see what they do here tonight.
And K.J. McClung was Cal U's leading scorer last year, averaging 22.6 points a game. He also graduated, but certainly they have a little more depth than Penn State Fayette.
Yeah, I would say so too. I mean, a deeper bench, and it's one of those things where you have some guys that got some time last year for Penn West, and it's one of those things where they're kind of stepping up their game. I mean, you had Pollock, who actually came in averaging. He only played in 1 game last year, maybe because of the injury, but averaging 16 points a game now. So it's, when they get their time, they're actually stepping up.
And Cal U well-tested, mentioned play number 11, Charleston, a double overtime game last Friday, and then a game against Glenville State is also tough on Saturday as well, and they won both of those contests.
You're right, and they started off again, as you said, with a tough contest against Glenville State. 2 overtimes to pick up their first win, and actually, as we said, outscored Glenville, 31-18 in those 2 overtime sessions.
Bryson Lucas will take the opening tap for Penn West California. He's a junior from Clarksburg, West Virginia, and Zachary Hill, the sophomore from Joppa, Maryland, jumping for Penn State Fayette. And Cal U controls the opening tap back to Donald Whitehead Jr. Again, we'll have our eyes on Whitehead, averaging 23 points a game on this young season. Touch from Pollock up top, off on the far side to Hanna looking to cut. Ball got deflected out of bounds and ruled here off of Penn State Fayette going out. So the Vulcans will retain possession here in Penn State's zone.
Yeah, Penn State coming out in a man-to-man defense. Nice deflection there by Lawson on defense there on their first possession.
A jumper left of the lane, bounces around and then drops for Donald Whitehead Jr., opening 2 of the game for the junior from Hermitage, Pennsylvania, and Cal U strikes first.
Yeah, and I thought Jesse Lawson, he probably thought as well, thought he was going to get a rebound there, but actually Whitehead got the bounce.
Jumper from the foul line on the Fayette side from Jones, no good. Cal U with the rebound and quickly breaking there with Whitehead off on the wing, and the 3 from Pollock's no good. Offensive rebound as Pollock had it blocked going back up, and now a whistle here underneath Stoney, and a foul is going to get called here on Cy Jones.
Yeah, you had Hanna, who actually dropped the pass down to Pollock, and actually I kind of thought Hanna should have taken that shot himself, but saw the cutting Pollock, and he's going to get fouled and go to the line where he's 5 for 5 so far here this year.
Make it 6 for 6 as he drains the first of 2 free throws. Pollock, the redshirt junior from West Homestead, Pennsylvania. Ironman product, Steel Valley High School.
Steel Valley High.
3-0 lead early on for Cal U. Make it 4-0 as Pollock drains the second of 2 free throws.
I was kind of thought that Cal might have started out with a full court press, but dropped right back. Looks like they're in a man-to-man as well.
Jesse Lawson back across for Fayette. Touch there off to Zachary Hill. Resets back to his right again to William Powell as Fayette works outside the three-point line. 14 left on the shot clock. We played just over a minute here at the Community Center Main Arena. A hot step there from Hill, but he had his shot attempt blocked, and in transition going the other way. Pollock with a little kick out. They'll keep it alive there with Whitehead, who launches the three out the side of the rim. No good. Ball loose underneath, deflected off of California going out, and Penn State Fayette will get the basketball back.
Yeah, and Penn State Fayette was fortunate on that because Palak actually had a chance for the rebound there, but just couldn't control it off his knee. So now Penn State trying to get back on the scoreboard here, down 4-0 early.
Remember, you have Cam Pollock, number 1, and you also have Keith Palak, number 11, very similar names out there on the California side. So Penn State Fayette down 4-0, driving the far baseline and getting it to go there was William Powell in traffic, Tony.
Yeah, a nice shot. Took it up strong. Looking for the foul, but able to get the shot to go.
Fayette back to within 2 and a quick 3 on the other side from Caden Hanna. No good offensive rebound. Missing on the putback was Donald Whitehead. Ball still loose, deflected out of bounds, and the ruling is here off of Fayette and out.
And again, just couldn't control it. Had 2 guys underneath for the rebound. And actually, Whitehead, fortunate because everybody was blocking out. He was able to pick up an easy rebound underneath, but just missed the bunny.
Whitehead tried to get back in the corner. Brandon Dennison deflected out of bounds there for Penn State Fayette. So Cal U will reload again here with Donald Whitehead, this time right to the basket in the Fayette zone. It's Cal U 4, Fayette 2, 18:06 left here in the first half. They're going to reset the shot clock back down to 19 and was sitting at 20. It's not much of an adjustment there. Again, your officials tonight, Joe Strednak, Travis Jex, and Bryson Flowers. Cal U with it off the inbounds pass. Up top, Keith Palak back into the corner. 3 from Lucas was off the mark. They kept the offensive rebound alive, and Caden Hanna got fouled underneath.
Yeah, Hanna got clobbered underneath. Actually got pushed in the back. That's going to be on Lawson.
Actually, they called it on Hill there, Tony.
Oh, on Hill, wow.
Yeah, Zachary Hill is first team second. It'll send Caden Hanna to the foul line. His first of 2 free throw attempts on the way and good. Hanna 6 of 7 coming into this game, 86%. Senior from Murraysville, Pennsylvania, Franklin Regional High School. Second of 2 free throws up on the way and good for Hanna. So Penn West, California, a 6-2 lead over Penn State Fayette, 17:52 left here in the first half.
And Penn West also shooting 86% from the line as a team.
Fayette trying to get it going here with Cy Jones. Back off to Jesse Lawson Jr. He's been a spark plug for Penn State Fayette. Again, coming off a 23-point game against Penn Highlands. Fayette getting a little sloppy there. Good save from William Powell. Shot clock down to 5. They need to hurry. Back to Jesse Lawson for 3, and he cans it, Tony. Jesse Lawson Jr., the junior from Clarkston, Michigan, has Penn State Fayette back to within 1, down 6-5.
Yeah, that was one of those things where it was like the shot clock was running out. Let me throw it up, and he knocked it down.
Fayette, check that. Cal U looking for an answer back there from Keith Palak. Misses on the 3. They get the offensive rebound there from Caden Hanna. Little give and go, and driving the lane is Keith Palak for the quick 2. So Palak, the senior from Woodbine, New Jersey, getting the 2 there for Penn West, California, who leads Fayette now at 8-5 here at the 16:53 mark of the first half.
Yeah, and he also came in averaging 20 points a game in those first 2 games for the Penn West Vulcans.
Fayette now down 3 with Cy Jones coming baseline. Kick out far side Dennison. Into the corner, William Powell looking to drive. Resets back outside the arc again to Jesse Lawson. Between the circles now to Cy Jones. Deep 3, halfway down, but came out. And Cam Pollock, the rebound there for Penn West, California. Quickly up the floor there to Caden Hanna. Sending it around the arc to Donald Whitehead, who drives and finishes with a left hand. Pretty shot there, Tony, for the junior Donald Whitehead to extend the Penn West California lead to 10-5 over Penn State Fayette as the Vulcans have doubled up the Lions.
And I'll tell you what, great offensive movement for the Vulcans right there on that play, on that possession down the court. You had 3 guys cutting down the middle, and obviously Pollock was able to, fortunate one, to get the layup.
Zachary Hill, deep 2, no good for Fayette. Braden Lucas, the rebound for Penn West California, trying to home run ball down the floor, which sails out of bounds and back over to Penn State Fayette. Cal, you trying to go a little bit too quickly that time, Tony?
I would say. And we've got a couple subs coming in for Penn State Fayette. Looks like number 23 checking in is going to be Emmanuel Dotson. Also, Sean Cunningham, number 22.
Cunningham, a senior from Bristow, Virginia, and Brentville High School. Emmanuel Dotson, a Western Pennsylvania product, played his high school ball at Nazareth Prep and actually transferred to Penn State Fayette from Penn State New Kensington, where he played a season ago. A little double team put up top here, and Cal U forces a turnover. Driving and scoring is Keith Palak. Palak now with 4, and the Vulcans lead at 7 over Penn State Fayette at 12-5 here at the 15:32 mark of the first half.
And I'll tell you what, Palak's impressive. He takes the ball to the hole. Extremely aggressive.
And the Vulcans force another turnover here. Aaron bounce pass from Jones over to Lawson, goes out of bounds, and Cal, you getting it back, Tony.
Yeah, and I thought you were looking at media. I think the coach is actually waiting for media, too.
It's going to be after the under 15 mark.
I got you.
For media, under 15, 10-5 here at Penn State Fayette tonight. And there's Cam Pollock driving baseline. He'll get the basket and 1. So the redshirt junior from Steel Valley, his first field goal of the game, made 2 free throws earlier, as the Vulcans lead now up to 9 at 14-5.
That's good.
They called that foul on Cunningham.
Okay, so Cunningham picks up his first, team third.
And the lead at 9, they can make it 10 here. Pollock 5 of 5, actually 7 of 7 now for those opening 2 makes at the free throw line so far this season for the Vulcans. And his free throw attempt here good to make it 8 of 8. 5 for Pollock. And the Vulcans lead now at 10 over Penn State Fayette at 15-5.
And right now, Penn State Fayette just trying to find an answer offensively. Great defense so far tonight by the Vulcans.
They had a little help with immediate timeout. The next whistle, Sean Cunningham with a touch up top. Now Emmanuel Dotson with it. Back to Cy Jones, who's going to drive and miss there with a left hand. They got an offensive rebound from Dotson, got blocked on the putback from Dalman Alexander, just checked in on the Cal U side. And Cal U in transition. Great ball movement and a two-handed slam there from Alexander. Give the assist to Donald Whitehead.
And Whitehead did exactly what he was supposed to do. Drew the defender to him and then dropped it off for Alexander for the easy dunk.
And the lead is 17-5 for Cal U over Penn State Fayette. 14:22 left here in the first half. Big point in this game for Fayette to answer back. They'll miss on a 3 here from Cunningham. They get an offensive rebound on the backside. Missing there on the putback attempt was Brandon Dennison. And now we're going to get a third look at it here on this possession, Tony, as Cy Jones stays alive from the near elbow, missing on a jumper there. And finally, the Vulcans a rebound with Keith Palak. They had some good looks. Just couldn't get a shot to drop.
They had some real good looks, and they did a nice job on the offensive glass. Just couldn't get a shot to go.
Palak posting up and drawing the foul there on Dotson. That'll be Dotson's first, team fourth, and take us to immediate timeout. With 13:54 left here in the first half, all Penn West California leading Penn State Fayette 17-5. You're listening to Penn State Fayette basketball here on WMBS.
The Fayette Athletics Club exists to support the funding of Penn State Fayette Athletics through the involvement of alumni, former student athletes, and friends of the campus and university. Donations made through annual memberships are used to increase funds available to Fayette student athletes and shows a shared commitment to the university values of intercollegiate athletics. While every gift counts, by electing to make a gift at one of the membership levels, you're entitled to advertising opportunities and additional event promotional giveaways exclusive to club members. Help us create a Division I experience in a small college setting. To learn more, visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
The Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to offer digital broadcast services and offerings with the launch of the Fayette Athletics Network, The Fan. The Fan Digital Network will allow fans to watch live and on-demand events for free on desktop computers and mobile devices through the official website. You can also watch games around the conference using the PSU Campus Athletics Network app, available as a free download for Amazon Fire TV devices, Apple Box TVs, 4th generation and newer, Android TV devices, and Roku devices. Visit the Fan Zone tab at psfathletics.com to access live streaming and more.
Brian Rozak and Tony Hanula back here at the Community Center Main Arena. The Penn West California Vulcans a 17-5 lead over Penn State Fayette. 13:54 left here in the first half. And Penn West California an opportunity to extend the lead here, Tony, with Keith Palak at the free throw line.
Yeah, Palak already with 4 points on the night.
So far, Cam Pollock leading Penn West California with 5, and now Palak will join him with 5, making the first of 2 free throws.
And they're just trying to make it tough on us, Brian.
Vulcan 6 of 6 from the free throw line as a team, make it 7 of 7. As Palak makes another one to give him 6 points for the game. Jesse Lawson Jr. leading Penn State Fayette with 3 so far. Rashawn Wilcox will bring it across now for Penn State Fayette. Wilcox, an interesting story. We'll get to that in a couple of moments as Jack Taylor has it now, pulls it back outside the arc to Cy Jones. Fayette down 14 now at 19 of 5. Shot clock down to 7 as Cy works up top and a little circus shot attempt. No good. Ball goes out of bounds and back over to Cal U.
And a good job boxing out right there. You had Dotson underneath who went up for the rebound and really had no chance to even touch it. Had a couple of Vulcans blocking him out.
Penn West with it back on the other side. Dalman Alexander near wing in the Fayette zone. Back into the corner there to Keith Palak. Palak now trying to drive near baseline and finishes there with the left hand. So Palak, the senior from Woodbine, New Jersey, off to a good start with 8. And the Penn West California lead now at 21-5 over Fayette with 13:02 left here in the first half.
And just got a nice touch for a lefty as well. Just looks pretty going up with the shot.
Here's Rashawn Wilcox for 3. His 3-ball in and out. Rebound pulled down there by Dalman Alexander, the sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, for Cal U. Cal U driving back again, and another tough shot with the left hand there from Palak. Got it to go and drew another foul.
That foul is going to be the second on Sean Cunningham. It's going to send Palak back to the line. Palak now with 10 points.
And that was not easy, Tony.
That was not easy, is right. Kind of interesting, though, Brian. He cut all the way across the lane to go to his left side. I kind of thought that Penn State Fayette might have been looking for that because, as we mentioned, he's gone up. Obviously, he's a left-hander, but kind of went across the side. You kind of thought that they might have tried to cut him off.
Palak with 10, make it 11. He drains another free throw. The lead now 24-5. And, Tony, I think it's about a 16-0 run now for Cal U over Fayette. I think we're at 8-5 before this run started.
Yeah,
Fayette trying to get out of a big-time hole. You had Landon Brzezinski think about a 3 there. Send it over to Wilcox, who stops and resets back up top to Emmanuel Dotson. Dotson now left of the lane. Tough shot, got it to go, and snaps that Cal U run. So Dotson, the senior from Nazareth Prep, getting Fayette a quick 2 to pull back within 24-7 of Penn West California here at the 12-12 mark of the first half. Now the Vulcans resetting. Driving and kicking out there is Antoine Arnett over to Jordan Buchanan, who drains the 3. So Buchanan, who just came off the bench, the freshman from Pensacola, Florida. His first 3 of the game increased the lead down to 27-7.
Yeah, and that was a line drive shot there, Brian. Didn't think it had any chance, but nothing but net.
Wilcox pulling it back there to Cy Jones. Jones driving, came up short. Jones goes down as Cal U's Dalman Alexander picks up another rebound there for the Vulcans. Alexander off to his left there to Whitehead. Whitehead, long 2, near wing, good for Donald Whitehead Jr. Whitehead now with 6 and the lead at 29-7, 22-point lead for the Vulcans. Just over 8 minutes in.
And really making this look effortless right now.
Landon Persinski back up top to Rashawn Wilcox back on the near wing. High arcing 3, no good from Jack Taylor, the junior from Baltimore. Fayette had the rebound there from Wilcox, but on the save, he threw right back to the Vulcans. There's another 3 from Whitehead off the mark. Offensive rebound, tipping it back in. There is Dalman Alexander. So Alexander now with 4, and Fayette's going to take a timeout here with 10:59 left in the first half, with the Vulcans leading the Lions by a score of 31-7. It's just a 30-second timeout, Tony, and we'll keep it right here. We're talking about Rashawn Wilcox, an interesting story. Native of Tokyo, Japan, came to the United States, grew up around Alexandria, Virginia, actually played some high school ball there before moving to Minnesota. Played his freshman year at Vermilion Community College in Minnesota, then transferred out to Whitecomb Community College in the state of Washington for a sophomore year. And now for his junior year, playing here at Penn State Fayette.
He's got a lot of stickers on that luggage.
Yeah,
sure,
so from
Brian.
Tokyo to Virginia to Minnesota to the state of Washington, and now here to Lamont Furnace.
Yeah, interesting. I'm sure if you'd asked him if he was coming to Lamont Furnace, I'm sure it would not have been on his map.
But he's here, and he has the ball right now for the Lions. Off to his left to Jack Taylor. Now over to Jesse Lawson trying to get it going. Long two, top of the key, good for Jesse Lawson Jr. His second field goal, hit a 3 earlier. Junior from Clarkston, Michigan now with 5. And Fayette back to within 22 at 31-9. Here's the 10:35 mark of the first half. And firing a pass there is Jordan Buchanan. Was looking there for Antoine Arnett on the cut. And the ball deflected out of bounds off of Fayette going out. So Cal U will keep possession. And on the wing, another 3 attempt there from Hannah, no good. Fayette with a rebound out of the pack with it there, Jesse Lawson Jr. Off and across to Jack Taylor. Back to Lawson again between the circles. Works to his right. And pulls it off to Amir Powell. 10:14 left here in the first half. Shot clock at 14 as Wilcox drives and gets it to go. So Rashawn Wilcox, who had 10 in the Fayette opener, with his opening 2 of the game here against Penn West California. It's 31-11 before Asim Gunther banks home a 2. Gunther, the sophomore from West Philadelphia, makes it 33-11, and a pretty drive coming back there again from Wilcox in the finish, Tony.
Yeah, great spin move there by Wilcox to get around the defender, throw it off the glass, and pick up his 4th point of the game.
It's end-to-end action right now. It's Cal U 33, Fayette 13. And Cal U with the basketball is driving baseline. Hannah trying to kick in the corner. Fayette deflected out of bounds. Now take us to immediate timeout. So it's Cal U 33, Penn State Fayette 13. 9:35 left here in the first half. You're listening to Penn State Fayette basketball here on WMBS.
Penn State Fayette basketball is back on WMBS on Saturday, December the 14th. Join us as Alliance host Penn State Scranton. I'm Brian Morozak. Tony Hanola will join me to bring you all the exciting play-by-play action. The women's game will tip at 1 p.m., followed by the men's game at 3 p.m. That's a Penn State Fayette basketball doubleheader against Penn State Scranton, Saturday, December the 14th. Women's game at 1 p.m., men's game at 3 p.m. here on WMBS.
Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to partner with BSN Sports, the largest provider of Nike team sports apparel and equipment in the country. We would like to thank all coaches on the court and in the crowd today. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives. And that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Fox's Tavern on West Main Street in South Connellsville is a proud supporter of Penn State Fayette Athletics. Stop by Fox's Tavern today and enjoy hometown burgers, wings, sandwiches, hoagies, salads, pasta, and specialty pizza. Follow Fox's Tavern on Facebook for daily specials. Fox's Tavern, wishing the Penn State Fayette Lions a great season.
Penn West California, 33-13 lead over Penn State Fayette. 9:35 left here in the first half. Ryan Morozak alongside Tony Hanola, Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. And Tony, feels good being back doing hoops again.
Sure does. We had to get in the right mindset, Brian. We were in the football mode there for a while, and now you got a lot of games scheduled on the basketball slate, that's for sure.
And we'll get busy come December, and there's a travel call there on Cal U and Asim Gunther, so Fayette will get it back. Be back here at the main arena for the Penn State Fayette doubleheader against Penn State Scranton coming up, second Saturday in December. And, of course, our high school basketball coverage starts December the 2nd. We'll be real busy throughout December, January, and into February. Ball bouncing around right now like hot potato. But Duncan Moy will corral it there for Penn West California and reset here between the circles to Gunther. Gunther off on the far wing down to Jordan Buchanan. Buchanan off on the far baseline. I think it was an attempted dunk there from Arnett. Knew it wasn't going to go down, try to kick in the corner, and got a foul drawn on the process on Jesse Lawson Jr.
Yeah, he was trying to soar over the defense there and throw one down. Lawson's going to pick up his first foul. Now the referee's chatting here, trying to see what's what.
And we'll send Arnett to the free throw line. Arnett last year averaged 5.7 points a game. Has not scored yet here during the 24-25 campaign. Sophomore from Summersdale, New Jersey, drains the first of 2 free throws. And the Vulcans, Tony, have yet to miss a free throw tonight. Trying to add up all these numbers, 7 of 7, 9 of 9, 10 of 10.
I've got 9 of 9.
9 of 9. Well, now 10 of 10.
Yep.
As Arnett makes the second of 2 free throws. And as a team, they came into this game 45 of 52 through 2 games, 86%. Last year, 73% as a team, but certainly off to a good start. Coach Sankum has to like those early numbers.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you can shoot 86% as a team throughout the year, you're going to win a lot of games.
35-13, Cal U, and off a deflection, finding it there is Zachary Hill for Penn State Fayette, and Hill able to lay it up and in. Sophomore from Joppa, Maryland, also played a little ball at Frostburg State before transferring here to Penn State Fayette. The Vulcans 35, Penn State Fayette 15, 8:35 left before halftime. Long two, far side, no good there for Cal U's Brandon Singleton. They'll kick it back in the corner to Buchanan. Misses on a three. Same team on the rebound. Fayette lost it. Alexander found it and laid it up and in. You had Wasson and Hill both there, and they're kind of both going for the rebound, and the ball slipped through, and Cal U said, thank you very much.
And you got to call that out. We're going to pick up a foul here. It looks like this might be on Gunther, and it is Gunther on the reach.
Off the Amir Powell drive.
That's a first-team foul for Cal, though, in this first half.
6 were committed by Penn State Fayette. You have a 1-and-1 for Cal U off the next foul. Amir Powell resets back here to Wilcox. Deep three got knocked down. No foul called. Shot attempt no good. Another rebound from Dalvin Alexander. Alexander's done a nice job on the glass. A great ball movement. Alexander with a finish on the backside. 8 for Alexander. And the lead for Cal U at 39-15 over Penn State Fayette with 7:44 left here in the first half.
Yeah, and that was a nice look, too, as they saw the cutting Alexander able to get the shot. Easy layup.
And Fayette with a nice interior pass there from Powell down to Hill. And Hill with the finish. Hill with 4. 39-17 Cal U. 7:28 left here in the first half. And Fayette, they're going to win some games this year, Tony. I mean, certainly up against a tough opponent here to start the season, but I like what I'm seeing when they're going to enter PSUAC play as Duncan Moy misses on a 3 there for the Vulcans. Now, you mentioned to me during the last media time out there, Tony, you want to see some more screens out there.
Yeah, I'd like to see some more screens set. I mean, really, they're struggling to get shots off, but they're not setting any screens.
Amir Powell missed on a shot there. Aaron Cal U pass intercepted by Rashawn Wilcox. Wilcox underneath got too deep. Able to pull it back out to Powell. Now on the wing. 3 ball coming up short there from Zachary Hill. Another Cal U rebound brought down by Dalvin Alexander. He might be over 10 rebounds here in the first half.
He's done all the dirty work for Cal so far.
Of all the stats for you at halftime. Cal U leading by 22 at 39-17. 6:33 left here in the first half. Good interior pass down to Duncan Moy. He couldn't finish, but was fouled. It was in the act, so it'll be 2 free throws upcoming here for the Vulcans, and we'll get Keandre DeShields checking in for California for the first time tonight, along with Keith Palak re-entering for the Vulcans. First of 2 free throw attempts, no good there from Duncan Moy, and that's the first miss tonight for Penn West California at the free throw line. Moy, the freshman from Kinsman, Ohio, and Badger High School.
And missed the first now. A couple subs, as you mentioned, coming back. You get Keandre DeShields now entering the game for Penn West. Moy knocks down the second.
His first point of the game off the bench. Nice to see Keandre back in action on the Cal U side. Had 2 points against Glenville State this past weekend. Cal U now leading Fayette at 40-17. 6:20 left before halftime. 3 up top. Zachary Hill off the front of the rim, no good. And Cal U just going to let the rebound go out of bounds. They'll get possession back as Brandon Singleton let it go out of play. And now Cam Pollock will check back in here, replacing Asim Gunther.
Yeah, we've seen pretty much almost the whole Penn West bench so
We've
far
not
here.
seen Jordan Tavares yet. Tavares, you might remember, Tony, we saw him during the high school basketball season last year. Freshman from New Kensington, played at Highlands High School.
Yes.
Remember the Golden Ram squad. Here's Keandre for 3, and Keandre DeShields for Penn West California knocks down the 3. His first points off the bench tonight. Gets a little cheer from some of the folks that remember him playing basketball at Laurel Highlands High School. Fayette trying to answer back as Brandon Dennison misses on a 3 on the Fayette side, and a rebound pulled down there by Brandon Singleton.
And Keandre, good to see him come in and knock that down. Right off the bench, came in cold and able to throw down that three-pointer.
I have a feeling Big George is listening to our broadcast, Tony, tonight. Anytime Keandre's on, he's always tuning them in, and there's a little leaner shot with a left-hand baby hook from Palak, no good for Penn West California. Fayette with a rebound. Jack Taylor back across here for the Lions, and they'll send it Around the arc on the near side again to William Powell. Far wing Dennison. Switching back there with Cy Jones, who will fire the three off the front of the rim. No good. Same team there on the rebound on the Cal U side. But it's Keith Palak pulling down the board, trying to send it ahead. Keandre collided underneath there with Emmanuel Dotson, allowing Fayette to find the loose ball there with Jack Taylor on the near wing now. And getting knocked down on the three attempt was Duncan Moy. We'll check that was Brandon Dennison by Cam Pollock, and Pollock will pick up the foul. That'll take us to immediate timeout, and you'll have Dennison with 3 free throws upcoming on the Penn State Fayette side when we come back. So it's the Vulcans 43, Penn State Fayette 17, 4:55 left here in the first half. You're listening to Penn State Fayette basketball here on WMBS.
Get your business in the eyes of those in attendance of Penn State Fayette Athletics and become a game day sponsor today. You could have your business messages announced during Penn State athletic events. To learn more about how you can support your local Nittany Lions student athletes, be sure to visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
The Fayette Athletics Club exists to support the funding of Penn State Fayette Athletics through the involvement of alumni, former student athletes, and friends of the campus and university. Donations made through annual memberships are used to increase funds available to Fayette student athletes and shows a shared commitment to the university values of intercollegiate athletics. While every gift counts, by electing to make a gift at one of the membership levels, you're entitled to advertising opportunities and additional event promotional giveaways exclusive to club members. Help us create a Division I experience in a small college setting. To learn more, visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
Join the Penn State Fayette community. Stay in the action and get behind the scenes with Fayette Nittany Lions Sports through social media. Follow Fayette Athletics on Instagram and TikTok at Fayette Athletics for exclusive access to game day and news. Go Lions!
Penn West California leading Penn State Fayette 43-17, 4:55 left before halftime. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Honolinick. Barczyk back in town, our Davis & Davis attorneys at Law Studios. Nice to have you along with us for men's college basketball action here on WMBS. The foul line for Penn State Fayette, Brandon Dennison missing on his first of 3. Dennison with 2 points against Penn Highlands in Fayette's opener last Tuesday. Dennison, a 6'7" freshman forward from Charleston, West Virginia, and Monrovian Prep High School. Trying to get things going here for Fayette at the foul line, Tony.
Penn State Fayette only 11 for 15 in that first game from the foul line. But right now, Dennison knocks down the third of 3.
After missing the first 2, that's his first point of the game. It's 43-18. Penn West California leading Penn State Fayette with 4:45 left here in the first half. Penn West in a little mini weave now up top, trying to get things going. DJ Evans in the game for the first time has the ball right now. Try to go into the corner there to Cam Pollock, and the ball got deflected out of play. We'll stay with the Vulcans here in the Fayette zone. Shot clock at 9, game clock with 4:34 left before halftime.
Yeah, good defense there by Emmanuel Dodson.
Well, turn and shoot from the foul line and getting the roll there for Penn West California. It's Keith Palak again. Palak pacing the way for the Vulcans with 13 here in the first half. And, Tony, I was screened, but I think it was Cy Jones that got the 2 to go.
It was Cy Jones, and he's going to pick up the foul.
His first 2 of the game, 50-year senior from Fairmont, West Virginia. Did they get that foul on, Tony?
I thought it was on Singleton, but I could be wrong. Jones missed the first. His only free throw, His only free throw, I'm sorry.
Keep the margin at 25 right now at 45-20. You'd have missed 3 there from Cam Pollock in the corner. Singleton thought about a slam, but it wasn't going to happen. And Fayette able to pick up the rebound and come back the other way, but they're going to have out of bounds there on the far boundary from Jack Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor tried to make a move and just stepped on the sideline. So a turnover there by Penn State Fayette. And you're right. I think if would have timed that dunk a little bit better. I mean, the effort there by Singleton, I think he might have been able to throw one down off of that rebound.
DJ Evans back to his left to Brandon Singleton, who misses there on a three. Keandre looking for the rebound, had a little poke out on the far side. Going there to Cam Pollock, and Pollock will give and go. Another finish from Keith Pallick. Pallick now with 15, got fouled in the process. An opportunity to make it 16 for him on the night as the Cal U lead now up to 47-20 over Fayette with 3:41 left in the first half.
And that foul was called on Brandon Dennison. He picks up his first. Pallick now 4 for 4 from the line here tonight, having a huge first half.
He makes the free throw to give him 16 points. And, Tony, we also have to send out congratulations to our colleague Billy Dice and his wife Nicole on the birth of their daughter yesterday, Anna Rose. And Billy tells me that he's listening to the game with Anna tonight. So we appreciate Billy tuning in to our broadcast tonight. Congratulations to the Dices as Antoine, or check that as Manuel Dotson gets the 2 to go there for Penn State Fayette. Dotson now with 4, but the Cal U leads still at 48-22 over Fayette with 3:10 left here in the first half.
Keandre with another 3, just off the mark.
Yeah, this one a little bit too strong. Ball goes out of bounds and over to Penn State Fayette. Keandre knocked down a 3 earlier for the Vulcans. Freshman who played his ball locally at Laurel Highlands High School. Actually had a little football stint last year out at St. Francis of Pennsylvania. And has 4 years of basketball eligibility left.
Well, good to see him down at Penn West. Local and actually going to be able to catch a few of his games for sure.
Yeah, I think you get a lot of folks going out to watch Keandre, especially early on here in the season. This is Cal U's first real local game as they played their first 2 on the road down in West Virginia. And it finished there on the Fayette side from Cy Jones. So Jones now with 4. Fayette now back within 24 of Cal U at 48-24 with 2:33 left here in the first half. And Cal U up top, little ball fake there from DJ Evans. Evans driving right to the lane, got blocked from behind by William Powell. Ball deflected out of bounds off of Powell going out. We'll stay with Cal U here in the Fayette zone.
And you're going to have Dennison checking out. You're going to have Jesse Lawson Jr. checking back in.
DJ Evans will trigger it in, bounce pass right in front. And Caden Hanna had 2 Lions on his back. Somehow no foul called, and Fayette picks up the loose ball, and Jack Taylor in transition gets a little scoop and score. So the scoop shot scores there for Taylor Jr. from Baltimore, Maryland. His first 2 points at Fayette back within 22 at 48-26. Coming back, open 3, no good there from Cam Pollock, and Fayette another rebound. The Fayette fans starting to get in this one, Tony.
Yeah, and Lawson with a great rebound there, just skied over top everybody.
Cy Jones kick out far side. William Powell coming far baseline, got pinned up there by Keith Pallick as he went down, and now Cal U in transition. Easy layup coming back from Caden Hanna. His first field goal of the game, made 2 free throws earlier. Senior from Murraysville, Pennsylvania. Franklin Regional High School has the Vulcans with 50 now, and a 24-point lead over Fayette at 50-26 with 1:33 left before halftime.
That was a beautiful outlet pass, though, by Keith Pallick. Threw it high enough and let Hanna just run right underneath it. Got him right to the basket for the easy layup.
Cy Jones again, long 2, good from the near corner. So Cy Jones starting to get hot. He has 6. Fayette back within 22 at 50-28. 1:15 left before halftime. Fayette with another 3 from Keandre, and he rains it in. So Keandre to Shields. 2 made 3s for the Vulcans here in the first half. Keandre with 6. And the lead now at 53-28 for Penn West California over Penn State Fayette. If I was with Soup, I'd be getting the Big Georges after those 3s, right? Back in the day. There's a 3. Answer back from Cy Jones again. Boy, is Jones coming alive now, Tony. He has 9 for Fayette. And the Lions back to within 22 at 53-31 with 36 seconds left here in the first half.
Nice pass.
But the ball fumbled out of bounds there from Caden Hanna. Hanna was open. And I think you'll see Keandre's minutes continue to pick up, Tony, as the season progresses once he gets in a basketball shape. Remember, this kid didn't play basketball at all last year, playing football for St. Francis, and still looks pretty sharp out there for Cal U despite a year absence from playing competitive basketball.
I'll tell you what, if you knock down 2 out of every 3 of your 3-pointers, you're going to see a lot of time.
I agree. Fayette, like you hold it here for the last shot, just about a second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Fayette down 22. And you have the Vulcans collapsing there on Jones. Down to 5 seconds left. Fayette keeps it alive with Powell. Pulling it high off the glass, no good. But a shot clock violation with 1.4 left. We mentioned not much of a time difference there. Well, the time difference was 1.4 seconds.
Right. Really had to throw it up there.
Fayette not catching rim, and now Cal looking for the last shot, but gets intercepted, and Fayette will get the last shot from midcourt, but Jack Taylor unable to convert there. So Fayette a little bit of life there, Tony, offensively late in the first half. They still trail Penn, West California 53-31 here at the break, and we're back to recap the first half numbers for you in a moment. You're listening to Penn State Fayette basketball here on WMBS.
The Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to offer digital broadcast services and offerings with the launch of the Fayette Athletics Network, The Fan. The Fan Digital Network will allow fans to watch live and on-demand events for free on desktop computers and mobile devices through the official website. You can also watch games around the conference using the PSU Campus Athletics Network app, available as a free download for Amazon Fire TV devices, Apple Box TVs, 4th generation and newer, Android TV devices, and Roku devices. Visit the Fan Zone tab at psfathletics.com to access live streaming and more.
Penn State Fayette basketball is back on WMBS on Saturday, December the 14th. Join us as the Lions host Penn State Scranton. I'm Brian Morozak. Tony Hanola will join me to bring you all the exciting play-by-play action. The women's game will tip at 1 p.m., followed by the men's game at 3 p.m. That's a Penn State Fayette basketball doubleheader against Penn State Scranton. Saturday, December the 14th. Women's game at 1 p.m., men's game at 3 p.m. here on WMBS.
Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to partner with BSN Sports, the largest provider of Nike team sports apparel and equipment in the country. We would like to thank all coaches on the court and in the crowd today. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Fox's Tavern on West Main Street in South Connellsville is a proud supporter of Penn State Fayette Athletics. Stop by Fox's Tavern today and enjoy hometown burgers, wings, sandwiches, hoagies, salads, pasta, and specialty pizza. Follow Fox's Tavern on Facebook for daily specials. Fox's Tavern, wishing the Penn State Fayette Lions a great season.
Get your business in the eyes of those in attendance of Penn State Fayette Athletics and become a game day sponsor today. You could have your business messages announced during Penn State athletic events. To learn more about how you can support your local Nittany Lions student athletes, be sure to visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
Join the Penn State Fayette community. Stay in the action and get behind the scenes with Fayette Nittany Lions Sports through social media. Follow Fayette Athletics on Instagram and TikTok at Fayette Athletics for exclusive access to game day and news. Go Lions!
The Fayette Athletics Club exists to support the funding of Penn State Fayette Athletics through the involvement of alumni, former student athletes, and friends of the campus and university. Donations made through annual memberships are used to increase funds available to Fayette student athletes and shows a shared commitment to the university values of intercollegiate athletics. While every gift counts, by electing to make a gift at one of the membership levels, you're entitled to advertising opportunities and additional event promotional giveaways exclusive to club members. Help us create a Division I experience in a small college setting. To learn more, visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
Halftime here at the Community Center Main Arena. Men's college basketball action, 53-31. The Penn West California Vulcans leading the Penn State Fayette Lions. Tony has your halftime stats.
All right, let's look at the numbers first for the Penn State Fayette Lions. Leading them in scoring in that first half was DeSilas Jones, who had 9 points. He did have a made three-pointer as well. Following him was Jesse Lawson, who had 5. He had the other made three-pointer for Penn State Fayette. 4 points for Rashawn Wilcox. 4 points for Zachary Hill. 4 points for Emmanuel Dodson. 2 points for Jack Taylor. 2 points for William Powell. And a made free throw by Brandon Dennison. 31 in the first. They were actually 14 for 35 from the field. Shot 40%. They made 2 of 11 three-point attempts. So we said 1 for 4 from the foul line. They did have 12 rebounds in that first half. Committed 7 turnovers. But the big thing is they were out-rebounded. Penn West Cal out-rebounded them to 12 in that first half. Let's go over to stats for the Penn West Vulcans. They were led in that first half by Keith Palick, who had 16 points. He was followed by Dowman Alexander, who had 8 points. 6 points from Keandre DeShields on 2 made threes. Donald Whitehead Jr. had 6 points. 5 points from Cam Polluck. 4 points from Caden Hanna. 2 points from Antoine Arnett. 2 points from Awesome Gunther. A made three by Jordan Buchanan. And 1 point by Duncan Moy on a made free throw. They were 19 for 36 from the field in that first half, over 50%. 3 for 17 from three-pointers, 2 of those made by Keandre DeShields off the bench. As we mentioned, the other one by Jordan Buchanan. 12 for 13 from the foul line. As we said, they out-rebounded Penn State Fayette 26 to 12. 9 of those rebounds coming offensively for putbacks. As we said, 53 to 31. Both teams committed 7 turnovers in that first half. But really, it was the defensive effort by the Penn West Vulcans who ended up carrying the first half.
And not really unexpected. You have Penn State Fayette going up against the number 6 team and a couple classifications above them, NCAA Division II.
Yeah. Oh, no. And I will say this. Like I said, I was impressed more with the defense of Penn West than I was with the offense. But, yeah, they did a great job bottling up Penn State Fayette in that first half.
It's the Vulcans 53, the Penn State Fayette Lions 31. We'll have the second half coming your way in about 9 minutes here on WMBS.
The Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to offer digital broadcast services and offerings with the launch of the Fayette Athletics Network, The Fan. The Fan Digital Network will allow fans to watch live and on-demand events for free on desktop computers and mobile devices through the official website. You can also watch games around the conference using the PSU Campus Athletics Network app, available as a free download for Amazon Fire TV devices, Apple Box TVs, 4th generation and newer, Android TV devices, and Roku devices. Visit the Fan Zone tab at psfathletics.com to access live streaming and more.
Penn State Fayette basketball is back on WMBS on Saturday, December the 14th. Join us as the Lions host Penn State Scranton. I'm Brian Morozak. Tony Hanola will join me to bring you all the exciting play-by-play action. The women's game will tip at 1 p.m., followed by the men's game at 3 p.m. That's a Penn State Fayette basketball doubleheader against Penn State Scranton, Saturday, December the 14th. Women's game at 1 p.m., men's game at 3 p.m. here on WMBS.
Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to partner with BSN Sports, the largest provider of Nike team sports apparel and equipment in the country. We would like to thank all coaches on the court and in the crowd today. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives. And that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
This is a Radio PA news update. Votes are still being counted in Pennsylvania's U.S. Senate race. Republican Dave McCormick holds a lead of less than 0.5% over Democratic Senator Bob Casey. If the final margin remains less than 0.5%, the race will go to an automatic recount. McCormick is claiming victory, but Casey has yet to concede. A whistleblower lawsuit against the Allentown Police Department will return to the courtroom. A judge has reversed the dismissal of the lawsuit that claims APD's covered up alleged crimes by multiple officers. The case was dismissed last month due to a filing error that has since been rectified. There's a warning about a new scam making the rounds. John Schaefer with those details.
The Pennsylvania State Police issued a warning about a Bitcoin scam. Troopers say they've gotten calls from people who say scammers had them withdraw huge amounts of cash, then deposit it into Bitcoin machines, provide a receipt, and then the money is transferred away. The state police say once that happens, the money is gone. Most of the time, troopers say the scammers pretend to be with a bank. The state police are telling people not to give financial information or take financial advice from callers or texters who you didn't call or text first.
Officials are delaying a plan to move the SS United States. It was originally set to leave the Philadelphia area tomorrow and eventually end up in Alabama. Officials cited concerns with the weather as reasons why the ocean liner will not sail later this week. There's been no updated word on when the ship will be moved. The top of the latest college football playoff rankings is the same as last week. Oregon, once again, sitting atop the rankings as the number 1 team in the nation. The Ducks followed by Ohio State for a second straight week. Texas is third, and Penn State is fourth, after each rose 2 spots. Indiana is fifth, BYU sixth, after each rose 3 spots. I'm Ryan Daniels, and you're up to date with Radio PA.
Due into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text REP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text REP to 321-321. That's REP to 321-321.
Fox's Tavern on West Main Street in South Connellsville is a proud supporter of Penn State Fayette Athletics. Stop by Fox's Tavern today and enjoy hometown burgers, wings, sandwiches, hoagies, salads, pasta, and specialty pizza. Follow Fox's Tavern on Facebook for daily specials. Fox's Tavern, wishing the Penn State Fayette Lions a great season.
Get your business in the eyes of those in attendance of Penn State Fayette Athletics and become a game day sponsor today. You could have your business messages announced during Penn State athletic events. To learn more about how you can support your local Nittany Lions student athletes, be sure to visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
The Fayette Athletics Club exists to support the funding of Penn State Fayette Athletics through the involvement of alumni, former student athletes, and friends of the campus and university. Donations made through annual memberships are used to increase funds available to Fayette student athletes and shows a shared commitment to the university values of intercollegiate athletics. While every gift counts, by electing to make a gift at one of the membership levels, you're entitled to advertising opportunities and additional event promotional giveaways exclusive to club members. Help us create a Division I experience in a small college setting. To learn more, visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
Join the Penn State Fayette community. Stay in the action and get behind the scenes with Fayette Nittany Lions Sports through social media. Follow Fayette Athletics on Instagram and TikTok at Fayette Athletics for exclusive access to game day and news. Go Lions!
The Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to offer digital broadcast services and offerings with the launch of the Fayette Athletics Network, The Fan. The Fan Digital Network will allow fans to watch live and on-demand events for free on desktop computers and mobile devices through the official website. You can also watch games around the conference using the PSU Campus Athletics Network app, available as a free download for Amazon Fire TV devices, Apple Box TVs, 4th generation and newer, Android TV devices, and Roku devices. Visit the Fan Zone tab at psfathletics.com to access live streaming and more.
When their world isn't safe, they need someone to notice, to wonder and worry, to be their voice. If you suspect child abuse in any way, report it. You can be their hero. Your call can change their world.
Report suspected abuse by calling 1-800-932-0313 or visit keepkidssafe.pa.gov for more information. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Penn State Fayette basketball is back on WMBS on Saturday, December the 14th. Join us as the Lions host Penn State Scranton. I'm Brian Morozak. Tony Hanola will join me to bring you all the exciting play-by-play action. The women's game will tip at 1 p.m., followed by the men's game at 3 p.m. That's a Penn State Fayette basketball doubleheader against Penn State Scranton, Saturday, December the 14th. Women's game at 1 p.m., men's game at 3 p.m. here on WMBS.
Penn, West California, the Vulcans leading the Penn State Fayette Lions at 53-31 as we get ready to start the second half. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola and Nick Barczyk. As we said, certainly nice to be back out here at the Community Center main arena. Tony, we were last out here for the 2020 USCAA National Basketball Championships and actually spent some long days out here over the years, especially those couple of years when the Penn State Fayette programs made some nice little runs in that tournament. Interesting, of course, the USCAA Basketball National Championships left Fayette after the 2020 season. Actually spent a couple of years down in Virginia, but for both 2025 and 2026, they're going to be held in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I remember when it was out here and how much everybody was complaining about going up the mountains to Nemacolin to stay with the bad
you might
weather.
Have some snow up there in Buffalo.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you might be right there. It'll be interesting. Actually, Penn State Fayette held the national championships for volleyball this past weekend here. Yeah. So.
And the USCA championships for soccer are being held this coming weekend down at Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
The USCA now has their corporate offices in Pittsburgh. They actually had moved them to Virginia Beach for a while, and I think that was some of the mindset behind moving the basketball championships down there, and now their corporate offices back in the Pittsburgh area.
Right. Well, and that's just it. Like I said, that actually is quite beneficial for Western Pennsylvania. I think you're going to see a lot more championships being played up in this area.
Well, they have the baseball championships up at Du Bois, and I believe the golf championships are held at the Penn State Blue Course as well.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Up at State College, so a number of their national championships being held at least around the region here in western Pennsylvania or central Pennsylvania. Fayette will start the second half of the basketball, working right to left as we describe it against 53-31 Cal as Jack Taylor works it into Jesse Lawson Jr. Jesse Lawson with 5 in the first half on the Fayette side. Taylor another touch back to Cy Jones. Good ball movement down low in the finish for Emmanuel Dotson. Dotson 4 in the first half. An opening 2 here in the second half has Fayette back to within 20, down 53-33, just 20 seconds into the second half, though.
Yeah, nice job by Dotson there. Sealed off his defender, actually made himself available for the dump down pass and the easy layup.
And down low, Cal U with a pass from Pollock down to Keith Palak, and Palak doing a nice job to reposition and get that 2 to go. And Palak, who led Cal U with 16 in the first half, gets a quick 2 there to give him 18 for the game.
Palak now 7 for 9 from the field here tonight.
Cy Jones playing catch there with Wilcox. Back to Cy Jones, whose 3-ball hit almost all parts of the rim before falling out that time. And now Cal U with it back on the other side. Dahlman Alexander for 3. Unable to get it to go. Jump ball called off the rebound. We'll go to the possession arrow, which favors Cal U.
Yeah, Alexander with the shot from the outside. He's been doing a lot of the cleanup work underneath for him. Getting a lot of easy baskets, but right now.
Whitehead fed it into Alexander, had it poked away there by Fayette's Jack Taylor, setting up the Roaring Lions in transition, but Jesse Lawson has it blocked underneath. And look out here, Cal U coming back, a little shovel pass down low. Whitehead intended for Hannah, deflected out of bounds, and Fayette will get it back.
Now Cal, or I should say Penn West, had numbers there on that break, but looked like Whitehead just kind of went in the lane a little bit and just didn't know who to dump it down to and tossed it away.
Lawson pulling it out over there to Jack Taylor. Back here on the drive down the lane to the finish again from Cy Jones. So Cy Jones now double figures with 11. Had 9 at halftime before that make. It's Penn West 55, Fayette 35 with 18:26 left here in the second half. The Vulcans down low, a little leaner, no good there from Caden Hannah. But Cal U keeping it alive on the offensive glass. 3 balls spinning out from Cam Pollock. Offensive rebound and scoring on the putback, Dahlman Alexander. Alexander now double figures with 10. It's 57-35, Cal over Fayette. 2 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, and a great offensive rebound there by Alexander. You mentioned you wanted to know how many. He had 5 rebounds in that first half.
Seemed like more than that, though, didn't it?
It sure did.
Here's Cy Jones again for Fayette. Back on the far side of William Powell. Up top again to Lawson. 3-ball top of the key off the front of the rim, no good. Alexander tracks down another rebound there for Cal U. And, of course, both of these programs, Tony, have kind of had name changes. We'll get to that in just a moment. You get another line drive 3, good that time, for Cam Pollock for Cal U. So Pollock now with 8. It's a 60-35 lead for the Vulcans over the Lions with 17:25 left here in regulation.
Yeah, just gave him too much room out there. Wide open shot from Pollock, able to knock it down.
And Powell looking for the three there for Fayette off the mark from the far wing. Keith Pallick the rebound down to Cam Pollock. Would have been a tough shot, couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Dalman Alexander. He was fouled on a putback attempt. He'll have 2 free throws upcoming with a personal foul going on Jack Taylor.
Jack Taylor picks up his first. I'm sitting. It's kind of funny. I got Coach Sancombe in front of me here, and he wanted a foul there. he had a good argument, though, I must say.
Alexander, first of 2 free throws, no good. He sits at 10. Of course, for years, it was always just the normal Cal U Vulcans, but a few years ago, they had the consolidation with a lot of the state universities in Pennsylvania, so officially they go by Penn West California now, but all the locals, of course, know them as the Cal U Vulcans still.
Yeah, it's hard to call them Penn West, actually. I'm just used to calling them Cal.
Here's Jack Taylor on the Fayette side. Of course, for years out here, they always went by the Penn State Fayette Roaring Lions. They still have the Roaring Lions up on the banner as William Powell drains the 3 there for Fayette. But I think in most of the media, and I don't know if this is maybe forced by the main campus, they go by Lions or Nittany Lions instead of Roaring Lions, as they're always known by over the years. But the student newspaper is still the Roaring Line, and they held a cross-country invitational known as the Roaring Line Invitational as well, as you get a 2 made there from Keith Pallick.
Pallick with a nice tip off of that miss. Just had good position, went up strong, and tipped it in with the left hand.
Here's Fayette's Jesse Lawson knocking down a 3. So Jesse Lawson Jr., his second made 3 of the game. He has 8. 63-41 Cal over Penn State Fayette with 16-13 left in regulation. I'm always one of those old school guys, Tony. Tough to get those old names kind of out of your head. They're always the Roaring Lions to me. They're always the Cal U Vulcans. And even with these name changes, it's tough sometimes.
Brian, the Cleveland Indians
Yes.
will always be the Indians.
You're watching that Steelers-Washington Redskins
The Washington
game,
Redskins will always be the Washington Redskins. You know, it's just one of those things. You can't really call the Colts, the Baltimore Colts, you know, from way back.
Yeah, they're the Ravens.
Yeah.
The Colts play in Indianapolis these days. And there's a dunk on the Cal U side from Caden Hanna. Hanna now with 6, 65-41 Vulcans. 15:43 left in regulation time. Jack Taylor pinned up here on the near wing, bouncing it off to his right to Jesse Lawson. Lawson now to his left. Tough to find movement out there on the Fayette side. Shot clock at 13. Good defense there from Caden Hanna to deflect the ball out of play here on the near side. We'll stay with Fayette here in the Cal U zone. 11 left on the shot clock. 15:29 on the game clock left here in the second half.
And it was nice defense there by Hanna. Actually kept Lawson from stepping out. He tried to step out and create a little space, but Hanna went just right with him.
Oh, it's a 5-second call off the inbounds pass, but Fayette gets it back. Jones sent it into Lawson. Jones got it back and finished on the drive. And then Cal U back on the other side. Quick foul called there on the jumper from Donald Whitehead Jr.
Whitehead went in the lane. Just showed a lot of speed there. That's going to be on Zach Hill.
His second. Second team foul of the second half on the Lions.
Whitehead going to the line for the first time here tonight.
Came into the game 90% for the season, 9 of 10, make it 10 of 11. He drains the first of 2 free throws. Only had a handful of misses here on the California side tonight.
Actually, just 2. I've got him at 14 for 16.
66-43. Cal U over Fayette. Second and 2 free throws. Good again for Whitehead. That's 8 for Whitehead. 67-43 lead for the Vulcans over the Lions with 15:10 left here in the second half. 3 up top. No good there from Lawson. Cal U with the rebound. Pulled down by Arnett. Sent forward, and a foul underneath there on Alexander on his shot attempt. They stay out of bounds. No, the foul called there on William Powell.
Yeah, they're going to call that on Powell. Powell went up. I thought Alexander might try to throw that one down, but Powell went up with him to make sure that he could not.
And, Tony, we've been doing so many games up high over the last couple of years, obviously doing so many video feeds anymore. It's been a while since we've done a game courtside, maybe with the exception of some of the games over at Uniontown High School, as Alexander misses on the first of 2 free throw attempts. I haven't gotten used to getting screened again on some of these.
Well, it's one of those things.
Between the referees, Coach Stankham, I know he's doing his job out there as well, but got to look around left and right sometimes.
I'm kind of leaning back and forth to see what's going on, and here it is. But you're right. Yeah, it's been a while. With all that with all the videos and everything else that we're putting together, it's one of those things.
Alexander missed the first, made the second. He has 12 points for the game. It's Cal U 68, Fayette 43. 14:55 left here in the second half. And Cy Jones brings it back across for Fayette. They're trying to get the screen set up there with Dennison as Jones takes the three. It's off the side of the rim, no good. Another Cal U rebound pulled down by Arnett. And they'll send it off there to Alexander. Kicking it back up top. Missing there on the three was Whitehead. And Fayette's Jesse Lawson Jr. pulling down the rebound.
Yeah, I think Lawson might have got away with a double dribble there, too.
He played catch over there with Wilcox and then got it back up top. Send it around the horn. Dennison a touch.
Ooh.
Over to Jones. And now Wilcox off a ball fake turns it over. Was trying to send it down to Zachary Hill. Got picked off. Coming back. Little finger roll attempt from Buchanan was no good. That was screen there on the follow, Tony.
That was Alexander on the follow.
Alexander on the follow after the Buchanan miss. Alexander 6 here in the second half. 14 for the game. 70-43 Cal U. 6 minutes into the second half, and a quick two on the Fayette side is going down and still getting the two to go with Cy Jones.
Jones taking it strong to the hoop.
70-45, the lead at 25 for the Vulcans over the Lions with 13:44 left here in the second half. Cal U sending around the horn. Directing traffic up top is Donald Whitehead. Whitehead, a little send-off there to Keith Palak, who got fouled, and that'll take us to immediate timeout. So it's Cal U 70, Penn State Fayette 45, 13:33 left in regulation. You're listening to Penn State Fayette basketball here on WMBS.
Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to partner with BSN Sports, the largest provider of Nike team sports apparel and equipment in the country. We would like to thank all coaches on the court and in the crowd today. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives. And that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Fox's Tavern on West Main Street in South Connellsville is a proud supporter of Penn State Fayette Athletics. Stop by Fox's Tavern today and enjoy hometown burgers, wings, sandwiches, hoagies, salads, pasta, and specialty pizza. Follow Fox's Tavern on Facebook for daily specials. Fox's Tavern, wishing the Penn State Fayette Lions a great season.
Get your business in the eyes of those in attendance of Penn State Fayette Athletics and become a game day sponsor today. You could have your business messages announced during Penn State athletic events. To learn more about how you can support your local Nittany Lions student athletes, be sure to visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
Back here at the Community Center Main Arena, Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola. The Penn West California Vulcans, a 70-45 lead over Penn State Fayette, 13:33 left here in the second half. We're talking during the media time. I think some nice kicks there on the Cal U side, those red Nikes.
Yeah, they're nice, is right.
Penn State Fayette, a little mixture there, hodgepodge.
I was going to say, you took
a lot of
the word
different
right out of my
shoes there.
mouth. Yep.
Now, if their shoes maybe haven't come in yet for the year.
Although I like the pink ones on Dennison,
yeah,
by the way.
That's nice. Brandon Dennison, the freshman from Charleston, West Virginia, and right off the inbounds pass, three in the corner. No good from Jordan Buchanan. Fayette with the rebound and racing back, but getting rejected there on the drive was lost, and great block from Dalman Alexander.
Dalman Alexander, I tell you what, he's been quiet, but he's got a nice game. There's no doubt about it.
14 points, couple of blocks, some rebounds. I don't know how quiet he's been, Tony.
Well, no, I mean, he's quiet in that, a lot of putbacks, a lot of rebounds. He does a lot of dirty work for him.
Long two, good from the near wing, Jesse Lawson Jr. on the Fayette side in double figures with 10. 70-47, Cal U, 13-10 left here in the second half. Cal U sending around on the far side. Arnett into the game. Went off of Whitehead, but saved on the near boundary. And once again, it was Alexander on the save. Set up the three attempt that was no good there from Powell. They keep it alive. And was that there Arnett, Tony?
Arnett with the
putback. Volley,
yep.
First field goal of the game for Arnett. Made two free throws earlier, 72-47 Cal U. Fayette missing on a three there from Zachary Hill. And Donald Whitehead with it back there on the Cal U side. Whitehead down again to Alexander. Alexander pulls it back outside the arc. Up top again to Whitehead. Not a lot of size on Whitehead, just 5'10". He's a heck of a player. The ball goes out of bounds underneath. And Cal U's going to take a timeout. Maybe that's a defensive call there.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You get a sub in here. Duncan Moy, the freshman from Kinsman, Ohio, will check in replacing Dalman Alexander. Alexander from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Went to Northrop High School. If you're familiar with the Fort Wayne area. That one deflected out off the inbounds pass going there to Palak. Sophomore, so second year here with the Vulcans.
Well, like I said, you look at it.
There's a steal there from Wilcox off the inbounds pass for Fayette. 2-on-1 coming back. Bounce pass off to his left, and Cy Jones with the finish. Jones, 8 here in the second half. 17 for the game. It's the Vulcans 72, the Lions 49. 23-point lead for Cal U with 12:05 left here in the second half. The Vulcans, a dump down circus shot and a finish from Keith Palak. Palak, 6 here in the second half, 22 for the game. 74-49 Vulcans. Fayette on the cut there. Jones tried to get it off the hill, got deflected and picked up by the Vulcans. 3-on-2 coming back, and the finger roll finish for Duncan Moy. His first field goal of the game, made a free throw earlier. He has 3. 76-49 Vulcans. 11:37 left in the second half.
And that was a nice pass back by Buchanan to hit Moy as he cut down the middle of the lane.
Lawson in the corner to Wilcox. High arcing 3 came up short. White had another rebound there for Cal U. Bounce pass off to his right. A tough shot scored for Jordan Buchanan. 5 for Buchanan. Penn West California 78, Fayette 49. 11:15 left here in the second half.
And you can see the speed by Whitehead. He does pretty much everything for this team.
Cy Jones here between the circles on the Fayette side. Jones off to his right. Jones cutting. Jones with a tough shot. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound poke out there from Arnett on the Cal U side. Up and across to Whitehead. Whitehead pulling back Arnett. Jumper from the far elbow, no good. Fayette with a rebound there from Brandon Dennison. Dennison off to Jesse Lawson Jr. Lawson driving. A shot up on the left hand. Try to throw it off the glass. It wouldn't drop. Keith Palak coming back for Cal U. Players look gassed out as Palak gets the 2 to go and then draws the foul on Dennison in the process.
And again, just taking it to the left, taking it strong. He's going to go back to the line. He's 4 for 4 from the line here tonight.
Keandre DeShields back in on the Cal U side, replacing Jordan Buchanan. Done a lot of Keandre's games over the years, Tony. Of course, going back to his freshman year, played at Uniontown. And between football and basketball, I don't know if I missed too many Laurel Highlands over the years as well. As the free throw attempts, they're good from Palak. 81-49 Cal U over Fayette. Certainly been a fun kid to watch. I think the Cal U community will enjoy his presence over the next 4 years as well.
Well, we saw a lot of highlights, reel film from him, no doubt. A bunch of tip slams, a bunch of dunks. I mean, he's a nice ball player. There's no doubt about it.
Donald Whitehead picked up the foul on Rashawn Wilcox. So Wilcox will get 2 free throw attempts here. He knocks down the first of 2. Had a couple of threes in that game over Penn Highlands where he scored 10 points. You know, we mentioned in the first half, Wilcox well-traveled. Grew up in Tokyo, spent some time in Alexandria, Virginia, finished up high school ball in Milton, Minnesota as he knocks down the second of 2 free throws. Went to Vermilion Community College his freshman year. Whitecomb Community College, State of Washington last year, now here at Penn State Fayette. You go back and remember when Mookie John was here, Penn State Fayette's coach, they had some kids in from Hawaii and California, but I don't know if they've ever had somebody who's been as traveled as Wilcox over the years. And a little tip, and you're going to score that one for Tony.
I think that's on Arnett.
I'll give Arnett another make. Yep. He has 6. 83-51. Cal U over Fayette as we go under 10 minutes left here in the second half. A 3 ball from Fayette's Brandon Dennison, good. First field goal of the game for Dennison. And a made free throw earlier, now with 4 for the game. 83-54, Cal U over Fayette. 9:43 left here in the second half.
And Dennison was wide open there, easy shot for him. Able to knock that down.
Keandre operating up top. He made 2 threes in the first half. Sending it off to Whitehead. Back up top again to Arnett. A little hop, step, finish, and the and 1. So Antoine Arnett, impressive there. The sophomore from Summersdale, New Jersey, and Sterling High School. Gets the 2 and the and 1, which takes us to immediate timeout. It's Penn West California 85, Penn State Fayette 54. 9:26 left here in the second half. You're listening to Penn State Fayette basketball here on WMBS.
The Fayette Athletics Club exists to support the funding of Penn State Fayette Athletics through the involvement of alumni, former student athletes, and friends of the campus and university. Donations made through annual memberships are used to increase funds available to Fayette student athletes and shows a shared commitment to the university values of intercollegiate athletics. While every gift counts, by electing to make a gift at one of the membership levels, you're entitled to advertising opportunities and additional event promotional giveaways exclusive to club members. Help us create a Division I experience in a small college setting. To learn more, visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
Join the Penn State Fayette community, stay in the action, and get behind the scenes with Fayette Nittany Lion Sports through social media. Follow Fayette Athletics on Instagram and TikTok at Fayette Athletics for exclusive access to game day and news. Go Lions!
The Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to offer digital broadcast services and offerings with the launch of the Fayette Athletics Network, The Fan. The Fan Digital Network will allow fans to watch live and on-demand events for free on desktop computers and mobile devices through the official website. You can also watch games around the conference using the PSU Campus Athletics Network app, available as a free download for Amazon Fire TV devices, Apple Box TVs, 4th generation and newer, Android TV devices, and Roku devices. Visit the Fan Zone tab at psfathletics.com to access live streaming and more.
9:26 left here in the second half. Penn West California an 85-54 lead over Penn State Fayette. As Antoine Arnett will try to finish off the three-point play, and he does with a made free throw. So Arnett 7 here in the second half, 9 for the game. It's Cal U 86, Fayette 54, with 9:26 left here in the second half. Great to see a lot of old friends back here at Penn State Fayette running the table. A lot of folks we haven't seen in a number of years.
That's exactly right. Everybody's like, where you guys been?
Certainly nice to be back for Penn State Fayette basketball. Actually, had a lost season out here, Tony, with the COVID pandemic.
Right.
A little spin there from Wilcox. Kicks out on the far side. Missed 3 from Jack Taylor and Keandre DeShields. Another rebound. I did get a couple of messages, Tony, from Big George down in Delaware, letting me know that he is watching and listening to the broadcast. There's our audio and the video feed up with either Josh Scully or Chuck Durso on the call. We appreciate Big George tuning in. Who was that last make by there?
Hannah.
Hannah on the Penn West California side. Hannah with 8 now in the game, 4 in each half, and an over and back call there. We'll give Fayette the basketball back.
Yeah, Pollock with a good try there. Tried to kind of tip it back in, establish position, and then can't be the first one to touch it, though.
Can't do that. 88-54, the Vulcans over the Lions with 8:30 left here in the second half. There's a little drive off the glass. Shot attempt no good. Jack Taylor, but he drew the foul there on the Vulcans.
I think it's going to be on Singleton, and it is. That's only his second.
Singleton, one of the few Vulcans that hasn't scored in this game.
Yeah.
Gotten contributions from all around. Team Gunther getting set to check in, the sophomore from West Philadelphia.
10 Vulcans in the scoring column here tonight.
Gunther had 2 back in the first half. First of 2 free throws here on the Fayette side from Jack Taylor, good. Taylor with 3 points. And Gunther will check in, replacing Caden Hanna, a senior from Murraysville. Taylor now a second of 2 free throws. It's on the way in good. That was actually the golf course, Tony. I grew up playing Murraysville Golf Course back in the day. My dad had me out there for the first course I ever played.
I've actually played there, too.
Yep. I was there this past summer as well. They really did a nice job keeping it alive.
Yes, they have.
Vulcans leading the Lions 88-56. 8:05 left here in the second half, and a cut and a finish there from Duncan Moy. Moy now with 5, 90-56. And as we talked about during the break, Tony, I don't think Cal U's going to have any problem eclipsing their season average coming into this game as points per game. What do you say, about 98?
Yeah, they were averaging 98 the first 2 games, and you're right. I don't think we're going to have any problem with that.
Already at 90, and a missed 3 from Brandon Dennison on the Fayette side, and now Cam Pollock driving back there for Cal U. Took a pretty good shot, went down a little slow in getting up. Good to see him on his feet. Officials discussing things here.
Yeah, Jesse Lawson would not give him that layup, that's for sure. That's going to be his second.
The foul went on Lawson. His second. We'll send Pollock to the foul line to shoot 2. First of 2 up on the way in good. Pollock now with 9 in this game. 4 of 4 now from the free throw line. Also made a 3 from the field. Had some highlights. Junior from Steel Valley High School.
Cy Jones going to check back in for Jesse Lawson. Pollock trying to pick up his 5th made free throw of the night.
And he does. Put him in double figures with 10. To be busy on that final stat highlight of the night, Tony, with all these Cal U players into the scoring column.
I know that's what I said, 10. On a quick count here. 10 in the scoring column.
We'll join the Penguins game in progress as well when our broadcast is done tonight. Fayette out of bounds there. You had the kick-out pass from Wilcox over to Taylor, but Taylor was on the far boundary line. So we'll give the basketball back to Cal U with 7:24 left here in the second half. 92-56. The Vulcans over the Lions as Asim Gunther brings it back across. Send it out over to Brandon Singleton, who puts it off the front of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Keandre to Shields. Scores on the putback and draws the foul in the process. Good game tonight for Keandre. Had 6 in the first half. Had those 2 in the second half to give him 8, and he'll have an opportunity to make it 9 here at the free throw line.
Keandre 2 for 2 from the line here so far this year.
The free throw is good for Keandre to Shields to make it 3 of 3 this season for Keandre. It's a 95-56. Cal U over Fayette with 7 minutes left here in the second half. You look at the depth of this Vulcans team. Danny Sankum certainly has a lot of options, Tony, as the season progresses, and not a lot of drop-off on his bench either. There's Emmanuel Dotson gets the 2 to go there for Fayette.
He really does have a lot of interchangeable players, that's for sure. And you can see that this Keith Palleck's the man to go to. He's got a nice game. But tell you what, they are deep, no doubt about it. I mean, they could go 10 deep, no problem.
You can see why they were preseason number 6 in NCAA Division II. Coming into the season, Keandre now for 3 from the far side. Hits it again. Keandre to Shields. Having a nice homecoming tonight with 12 points. The freshman from Uniontown and Laurel Highlands High School. As the Vulcans now at 98, up 98-58 over Fayette with 6:19 left here in the second half.
Now you're going to see Cam Pollock check out. Checking back in is going to be Gunther.
I know we're doing the game here on the Fayette side, Tony, but it's hard not to root for Keandre with being a local product and even talking to a lot of the Fayette officials coming into the game, athletic director Steve Oberle and the whole staff over there. They're looking forward to having Keandre here tonight as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big local draw to the area, and Keandre is going to be called for out of bounds there.
He stepped on the sideline as he tried to make a move. Keandre in double figures, though.
Yep. And one thing I'd love to see back, and I don't know if we can do it here at Fayette, certainly be the perfect site, was the tip-off tournament they held locally here with all the local high schools. You know, you'd have a lot of times the 4 local schools. They brought in other schools like Woodland Hills, occasionally some teams from the City League, and it was always a great opening weekend of the high school basketball season. I know there were times we'd do a triple-header Friday, triple-header Saturday. There was one year, Tony, we did 8 games out here. They had a Penn State Fayette doubleheader that started like in the morning on Saturday, and I think I missed one of those. Sackley might have done one. Mike Sackley used to work for us. You get a 2 scored there by Duncan Moy on the Penn West side. But I think there's 5 games played out here on a Saturday, and I think we had them all on the air. And just a lot of fun times. You get to see all the local teams all in one area to start the season. And Duncan Moy misses a free throw. And they cited a lot of the same teams, or a lot of the teams being in the same conference as a reason they couldn't continue that. But I'd still like to find a way to make that happen in the future. And as Keandre comes back there, and he'll slam it in. So Keandre to Shields with the slam. Where's your big George out there, Tony? You're not Steve, though, right?
No.
And Fayette with a 2 coming back as well. That's Cy Jones.
Jones is having a nice game,
Jones
too.
with 19. Keandre with 14. And that was pretty.
That was pretty.
102-62. Cal U over Fayette. 5:09 left here in the second half.
Had a lot of the fans cheering for him. And you're right, a local favorite. and we saw that action before. We've seen him thrown down a few like that. He's going to check out. A nice game.
In limited minutes, too.
Yeah.
DeAndre, 14 points, and I'll bet you he's played less than 14 minutes.
Let's see, in the first half, we had 6 minutes in the first half. Yep.
Jones knocks down the free throw to give him an even 20 for the game on the Fayette side. Cy Jones, 50-year senior from Fairmont, West Virginia, so the end of the road for Jones. But I think he's on the cusp of really having a big final season of college eligibility. That was a little over the shoulder and in for DJ Evans. He's into the scoring column on the Cal U side. 104-63 Cal U. 4:50 left here in the second half. Landon Persinski on the Fayette side wearing number 14. Back to Amir Powell is also getting some action. And down low, tough shot, but getting it to go, Zachary Hill. Hill with 6, 104-65 Cal U. 4:30 left here in the second half.
Yeah, I'm not so sure how Hill held on to that pass. That was a bullet, but able to put it back up and knock it down.
Line drive three, good from DJ Evans. So Evans hadn't scored, Tony, until about 30 seconds ago. Gets 5 quick points. It's 107-65 Cal. 4:13 to play. Breaking some of the scoreboards tonight with all these points.
Well, we said it was going to be an offensive game, that's for sure.
Deep three, and it's good from Landon Persinski for Penn State Fayette, the freshman from Johnstown High School in Conemaugh Valley. Actually, from Johnstown, Pennsylvania in Conemaugh Valley High School.
Wow.
His first points of the game come from outside the three-point arc. 107-68 Cal U over Penn State Fayette. There's another make. That's going to be a long two. And that'll be Ibrahim Toure. Toure getting his first points of the game. He's from Lanham, Maryland, and High Point High School.
Everybody's getting a scoring column here tonight.
And Persinski with it right now. He just had a three trying to come inside here on the Fayette side. Well, turning
nice
shoot
move.
Good for Landon Persinski.
Nice move.
So 5 quick points for Persinski, the Conemaugh Valley product, and another quick 2 for DJ Evans on the drive and score. 7 for Evans. 111-70. Cal U over Fayette as we go under 3 minutes left here in the second half. Fouling shot, no good there. Amir Powell. Another Cal U rebound from Gunther. Kicked in the corner to Toure, who comes near baseline, had deflected away. Into the hands of Persinski, trying to pull back up, and no one home. It'll be Toure who will find a loose ball and lay it up and in for Cal U. Ibrahim Toure, the freshman from Maryland, makes it 113-70. Cal U over Fayette, 2:27 left. Another turn and shoot, good again. Ice water in the veins of Landon Persinski.
Wow.
He's hot.
Boy, Arc said shot really high. Able to get it over to the defender, though. Knocked down 3 so far.
And he's a good spot shooter that you could insert late in games, and you need a big 3 or a big shot that you need. Talk about a wide-open shot. Cal U with one here, but too strong there was Asim Gunther. Fayette another rebound. They're playing loose here in the final couple of minutes. Might not have that last media timeout and a steal. Look out here, coming back, Brandon Singleton with a layup. His first 2 of the game.
I think
Cal U trying to get everybody in the scoring column.
Yeah, I think Singleton wanted to throw that down, but he just kind of lost control of it.
Driving
nice
back,
move.
scoop shot, scored Amir Powell. His first 2 of the game for Fayette.
Wow.
How many players can score tonight, Tony? It's 115-74. Cal U over Fayette. Final 90 seconds. It's been a while since we had a whistle. Might not even have an under 5 media timeout.
I'm not so sure you're going to get a whistle either.
Yeah. We're ahead on break. Let it play out. Getting too deep there on the kick out. That's going to be Jordan Tavares, the Highlands High School product, having that 3 spin out. Tavares trying to score. 1:05 to play, and another deep 3. That one just a little bit short from Persinski. Trying to clean it up underneath is Sean Cunningham. Missed on the first shot attempt. Looking for another follow, and Cunningham gets it to go. His first 2 of the game. Cunningham, the senior from Bristow, Virginia.
Yeah, Cunningham with a lot of work there. Actually had it knocked out of his hands a couple times.
stayed with it and able to knock it off the board. And great to see all these guys, Tony, getting into the scoring column late for their respective teams. Singleton missing there on a three. They get an offensive rebound. Tavares are trying to get him to score. Final 30 seconds. 115-76 Cal U. Coming back is DJ Evans. Off on the far side to Toure. They'll reset it to Evans again. He'll take the three off the side of the rim. No good. Got to keep that inbound. 13 seconds left. Are they going to go to the media or skip it? They're going to take it here with 13 seconds left. At 115-76. They could have played it out, but it'll take it to immediate timeout. Cal U 115, Fayette 76. Tony can tally up your final numbers. We're back in a moment. You're listening to Penn State Fayette basketball here on WMBS.
Penn State Fayette basketball is back on WMBS on Saturday, December the 14th. Join us as Alliance host Penn State Scranton. I'm Brian Morozak. Tony Hanola will join me to bring you all the exciting play-by-play action. The women's game will tip at 1 p.m., followed by the men's game at 3 p.m. That's a Penn State Fayette basketball doubleheader against Penn State Scranton, Saturday, December the 14th. Women's game at 1 p.m., men's game at 3 p.m. here on WMBS.
Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to partner with BSN Sports, the largest provider of Nike team sports apparel and equipment in the country. We would like to thank all coaches on the court and in the crowd today. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Join the Penn State Fayette community. Stay in the action and get behind the scenes with Fayette Nittany Lion Sports through social media. Follow Fayette Athletics on Instagram and TikTok at Fayette Athletics for exclusive access to game day and news. Go Lions!
Drew Hebron to work it in here for Penn State Fayette. Final 13 seconds. Penn West California 115. Penn State Fayette 76. Hebron, the sophomore from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, will send it in. Tony's tallying up the final numbers.
Got a lot to count.
Yes. He's actually going to roll it in to Amir Powell. And Powell into the forecourt will pull it back again to Persinski. Short there on the three. Cal U the rebound. It'll be Tavares. And Coach Sankum telling him to pull it out, and that'll do it. Your final score, Penn West California 115 and Penn State Fayette 76. Take a quick final timeout, and Tony will be back with all the final numbers here on WMBS. Appreciate you joining us for Penn State Fayette basketball tonight.
Get your business in the eyes of those in attendance of Penn State Fayette Athletics and become a game day sponsor today. You could have your business messages announced during Penn State athletic events. To learn more about how you can support your local Nittany Lions student athletes, be sure to visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
The Fayette Athletics Club exists to support the funding of Penn State Fayette Athletics through the involvement of alumni, former student athletes, and friends of the campus and university. Donations made through annual memberships are used to increase funds available to Fayette student athletes and shows a shared commitment to the university values of intercollegiate athletics. While every gift counts, by electing to make a gift at one of the membership levels, you're entitled to advertising opportunities and additional event promotional giveaways exclusive to club members. Help us create a Division I experience in a small college setting. To learn more, visit the Support Athletics tab at psfathletics.com.
Join the Penn State Fayette community. Stay in the action and get behind the scenes with Fayette Nittany Lion Sports through social media. Follow Fayette Athletics on Instagram and TikTok at Fayette Athletics for exclusive access to game day and news. Go Lions!
The Penn State Fayette Athletics is proud to offer digital broadcast services and offerings with the launch of the Fayette Athletics Network, The Fan. The Fan Digital Network will allow fans to watch live and on-demand events for free on desktop computers and mobile devices through the official website. You can also watch games around the conference using the PSU Campus Athletics Network app, available as a free download for Amazon Fire TV devices, Apple Box TVs, 4th generation and newer, Android TV devices, and Roku devices. Visit the Fan Zone tab at psfathletics.com to access live streaming and more.
Back here wrapping things up at the Community Center Main Arena. Your final score, Penn West California 115, Penn State Fayette 76. And Tony has all of your final stats tonight.
All right, let's start off first with Penn State Fayette, who drops to 0-2 on the year. They were led tonight by DeSilas Jones, who had 20 points. Jesse Lawson Jr. also had 10 points, the only two Fayette campus players in double figures. 7 points off the bench for Landon Persinski, 8 points for Rashawn Wilcox, 5 points for William Powell, 8 points also off the bench for Emmanuel Dotson, 4 points by Brandon Dennison, 5 points by William Powell, 6 points from Zach Hill, 4 points from Jack Taylor, 2 points from Sean Cunningham on a made basket, and Amir Powell with a made basket as well. Penn State Fayette shot 32 for 70 for the game, 45% overall. They were 6 for 26 from 3, 2 of those made by Lawson, 1 by Jones, 1 by Dennison, and 1 by William Powell. They were 6 for 9 from the foul line, had 22 rebounds, and they committed 16 turnovers on the night. They scored 31 in the first, 45 in the second for their total of 76. On the other side, we've got a lot to read here, I can tell you that. Keith Palek had 25 points. He was the leader scoring for the Cal Vulcans. 14 points from Keandre DeShields off the bench, 14 points by Dalman Alexander, 10 points for Cam Polak, 8 points apiece for Whitehead and for Caden Hanna, 7 points for DJ Evans off the bench, all of those coming in the second half. Antoine Arnett had 9 points, 7 points for Duncan Moy, 5 points for Jordan Buchanan, 4 points for Ibrahim Toure, 2 points for Asim Gunther, also 2 points for Brandon Singleton, and I hope I didn't miss anybody, that's for sure. They were 44 for 77 from the field, 57%, 6 for 30 from threes, 3 of those made by Keandre DeShields, 1 by Cam Polak, and 1 by Jordan Buchanan. Cal was also 21 for 25 from the foul line, 50 rebounds. They did have 14 turnovers, the only bad stat that they had all night long. They did have 10 steals as well. And 1 point to make, Brian, they out-rebounded Penn State Fayette 50-22 on the night, and that was really the difference. The put-back points and able to get the rebounds and able to run on a lot of fast break points for the Penn State Cal Falcons.
And again, the final score, Penn West California 115, Penn State Fayette 76. We're back with more Penn State Fayette basketball with doubleheader on Saturday, December the 14th, when the Lions take on Penn State Scranton. The women's game at 1 o'clock, the men's game at 3 o'clock. You can join us then, and all of the Penn State Fayette home games actually streamed on the Penn State Fayette Athletics website as well, PSU Fayette Athletics. And our good buddy Josh Scully does a lot of the play-by-play on there, so you can check out Josh. Always does a fine job. We'll have a couple more games for you this year on WMBS as well. Our high school basketball coverage starts on December the 2nd, and that should be a lot of fun as well, Tony. A lot of games coming up here as we move into the final month of 2024.
We got a bunch of them, that's for sure, Brian, and looking forward to that. I mean, basketball season is always a good time, and, you know, we got a couple decent teams. Uniontown's going to have a nice team, and talked to a couple people, and they're saying how much improved that Laurel Highlands expects to be as well. So let's see how that goes.
Should be a lot of fun. And again, your final score tonight, Penn West California 115, Penn State Fayette 76. Our broadcast partner Tony Hanul and Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. And Brian Morozak, and have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, Penn West California 115, Fayette 76. Enjoy Penguins hockey on the way next. So long, everybody, from the Community Center Main Arena.
You've been listening to Penn State Fayette basketball here on WMBS, which has been brought to you by BSN Sports, a proud sponsor of Penn State Fayette Athletics. Fox's Tavern on West Wine Street in South Connellsville, the Penn State Fayette Athletic Club Membership Department, Penn State Fayette Athletics social media, follow Fayette Athletics on Instagram and TikTok at Fayette Athletics, and by the Fayette Athletics Network, the Penn State Fayette Athletics Network, offering digital services and offerings with the launch of the Fayette Athletics Network, The Fan, a digital network allowing fans to watch live and on-demand events for free. Thank you for joining us for Penn State Fayette basketball here on WMBS.
Your local station, WMBS, we now join the Red Wings taking on the Penguins, already underway on WMBS.
Way to the front of the net, and then dragging it all the way atop the crease, around the left pad of Talbot, and puts it in the net. What a move by Brian Rust to bring the Penguins back in this game. It's now 2-1 Wings.
Penguins fans can now capitalize on half-off Russ